Okay, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Sorry we missed yesterday. Was in pitching an app idea to some investors, so pretty exciting stuff going on for that. But today we're looking at a few stocks. Netflix, I'm holding a call option overnight. Currently down just a little bit, a couple dollars, so 0.5%. Stop loss down at $380 for that. Looking at some Apple puts. Good morning, Muhammad. Good morning, Irfan. Right now, it's pretty far from my stop, unless we move our stop down to 175.50, but I originally planned it at 175.75. And also looking at Google, going long here with the stop at 130 or below. So my guess today is going to be a pretty neutral day because we don't have any economic news coming out besides housing starts or, let's see, not housing starts, it's something else, something related to housing. And then it'll be at 10 a.m., but I don't think that'll have any material impact on the stock market. Oh, I guess we do have CB consumer confidence today. I missed that entirely. That could actually have some volatility for the market. But yeah, I was looking at the housing price index, but that already came out. And the new home sales at 10 a.m. with the CB consumer confidence. But my guess for the first 30 minutes of market, it's going to be pretty choppy looking at the 10-year rate. It did go higher yesterday. The markets didn't really react to it. And I think it'll probably just chop around between 4.5 and the high at 4.55. If we do go higher, markets will feel a little bit more pain. If we do end up maybe going below 4.5, then I could see a rally in the market before 10 a.m. And then that 10 a.m. report will decide the direction probably for the rest of the day. Apple right now trading at 174.75. The delta on this option is 50. So 75% of 50. Right now would be about a $40 stop. Netflix is still kind of hanging in there right now. We'll see how we open in 1 minute. I think that we could even replace the Google calls maybe with Tesla. Because Tesla had a pretty rough morning yesterday and ended up rallying the rest of the day. If we have a choppy market, my guess we would hold that morning low. And the bottom of that's 241.50. So we'll add that to the watch list here, just in case that could be a better opportunity. I'll go with a 40 delta with a 247.5 strike. Alright, markets are open. Looks like we got everything in the red. Netflix starting at 383. Let's go to Apple at 175 right now. Okay, so we're getting a decent opportunity here. Again, it's a 40-cent stop loss based on the stop level at 175.50. They're trading for 200 at the moment. We'll say it's 190, so that will be a stop at about 150 apiece. Actually, 155 would be the stop, it looks like. Let's check the other names in the meantime. It looks like it's a little bit below my ideal entry price. Tesla, we wanted to go long on. It's basically right at the stop already. Just above it at 241.50. Delta for this option is 35. Okay. So we would have about a 15 or 20 cent stop. Right now it's trading at 315, so our stop would be around 300, maybe 295 to play safe. All right, filled at 314. Stop at 295. Already trading a little bit higher at 340. I'll probably just take profit at the top of this range, not get greedy on it. Because again, I think that we're going to have a flat morning, so I don't think that it'll be worth holding. Just got rejected there. Okay. So those at 369. Wow. Not a bad little 5-minute scalp. Let's check. Looks like Apple has fallen too far for us to take advantage of that. I don't know how I got 369 for that fill. Somebody got screwed over. It wasn't me. But let's see. Yeah, it looks like we have a chop this first 5 minutes, back and forth so far. I'd really like to find another short opportunity, but I'm not seeing anything that's decent. I'll see that Google 133 call is actually looking pretty decent in my eyes right now. They're trading at 60 a piece. I feel like that's a bit too cheap for my taste. But it is Google, so it's a cheaper stock. It shows the 133 strike price with a 30 delta now. I think we can move that down to 40 delta with the 132. And these are trading at a little bit of a better price. Trading at 130.4 at the moment. So that would be about a 15 cent stop to 20 cents. Trading at 92 right now, 92 to 94. All right, so our stop would be about 75 cents a piece. Does look a little bit more prone to the downside here with this first 5-minute candle, though. Or I guess first 15-minute candle is what I'm looking at. Not 5-minute. Trading at 85 now. And bouncing right at 130.25. Okay, I'll take on that risk and buy them at 85 if it comes back down with a 75 stop. All right, 75 stop. Already trading at 95. So $100 profit right now. I'd like to see it back at the top of the range at 130 or 131. That's what it looks like. Back to 95 again. Still needs another 25 cents or 20 cents now. Netflix trading at 384, so that one's still hanging in there. It's almost turning green now. Only down 0.2%. We're not really seeing super heavy losses on any of these stocks. Google's down the worst and it's down 1.2. So nothing major so far this morning. Nothing major to the, well, I guess there is no upside this morning within NVIDIA down the least at down 0.33. Let's see how much we made for Tesla on that trade. We could have held on to that trade a little bit longer, it looks like. Sold it at 455 and it's going for 470. So not much change, but a little bit. We could have got out of it. We made $275 for the trade. And we're just seeing, looks like Google's just continuously getting rejected at 130.6 or so. Again, I want to see it up at 131, but it is a little bit of a long shot with Google trading 50 cents lower. And 50 cents would add how much delta to these? About 20 cents of delta. Which will put them at about 110 each. Just having a hard time. These last two 5-minute candles above 130.6. Netflix coming down a tad here. Finally breaking through the resistance though on Google. Apple's still trading at 174.50, so that hasn't changed. Let's go through the rest of the watch list, see if there's any other. Just seems like a bunch of chops so far. Amazon's really getting hammered right now. Right behind Google, down 1.23% versus Google 1.35% red for the day. Best performer now is Tesla, only down 0.3%. Second's Netflix, peaking right at 384 and pulling back. Let's check on the 10-year, see if it's moved at all. So slowly moving up, but kind of just chopping around like we thought it would. I think consumer confidence is going to change that up at 10 a.m., which we got 15 minutes for. Google just made a new daily low, breaking support at 130.25. close in on our stop. Right back to break even. A little bit better. Might cut the position in half because it's not really going the way that I thought. And we got that report in 13 minutes. We don't want to risk too much going in. Looks like Netflix just went under 381. Google's right at 130.10. So close to that 130 mark in our stop. Looks like it's going to hit. Yep, that ended up hitting. Netflix and Meta rebounding here. Tesla's pulling back. Microsoft's chopping around. Apple's sinking real bad. Google looking like Apple. Apple, Amazon, and Google are all looking the same here. Google's all the way down at 129.75, breaking that. Support level, support zone. If they can keep it under 129.75, I think it'll keep selling off. Time to cut losses. I've already cut losses for Google. At 75 for those calls. Looking at buying the puts now, since we're right under the zone now. Yeah, very clearly got rejected at 129.75. Paying a pretty high premium on it, but let's go. Retest again at 129.75. Contracts bottomed at about 168. I got those at 178. Stop loss at 165. Since we got momentum going for us, we could set our take profit all the way down at 128.75. Or just time it right before the consumer confidence comes out. Got 6 minutes till CB consumer confidence. We got one long, one short going into it, so that should help buffer some of the volatility. if we have to hold it in. This Netflix call, they're trading for 200 or 300 right now. Stop is 50 cents lower. Three minutes till the data's out. But yeah, go into that expiration. It doesn't have the delta on here, so we'll have to find it. October 13th expiration. We chose the 405 call. And that's going at a 20 delta. Checking in that Google put. Looks like Google's fallen a bit more. So we can close that position before report. Trading at 185 to 189. Bottom at 178. Closed at 185. Two minutes till the report now, 1 minute almost. So now we'll focus on this Netflix call we've been holding. Only got two of them, so didn't put a lot into the trade. But I would think with this report, consumer confidence is probably getting weaker, which should mean that interest rates would come down. So I think that markets could have positive reaction to this report. Obviously, I do have a little bit of bias with this long position. All right, reports should be out. Not much of a reaction yet. Looks like Netflix so far having a positive reaction to it. Let's check the yields. Dropping on the report. Again, I think if we go under 4.5, we could have a reversal in play for us. So CB consumer confidence, like I said, came in worse than expectations, worse than the previous reading. So that is a positive for the stock market, as rates will go down, and that's what the markets are really focused on right now is interest rates, since they're trading so high recently. Apple's catching a bounce. Google's not catching a bounce yet. That's interesting. Still trading close to that 129.25 mark. And Amazon is the only one that hasn't stopped moving down after the report. Some really bloody 5-minute candles here, though. Same kind of thing with Google, too. So with a bottom at 380, basically, I think the top for Netflix today would probably be like 390 ish. I don't know if we'll actually get up there. I think markets would have to definitively change directions for the day, but if we go at or above 390 today, I might sell that. It's got a long way to go, though, so don't have much faith in that for today. Still seeing a lot of these names going down. Microsoft, Meta still holding the lows, and Amazon still getting hammered. Wow, down to 127.50. Let's check the hourly chart here. Yeah, there's no supports from the hourly chart. So that's pretty rough for Amazon today. Don't have much of a guide on how low we could go. We did leave a pretty sizable gap up above at 132. I wouldn't want to take the trade right now, considering the momentum. But that could be a decent swing trade for later on. It did end up filling this previous gap right here, but that is a huge gap between 135 and 132. Almost tempted to add another position to Netflix. Right now I have 2 in that position. The delta's super low, so we don't risk that much. Trading for 300 with a 20 delta. Supports for SPY. Let's see. SPY. Trading in the 420s finally. It's been a while since we've seen that. You'd have to pull back the daily chart on this one. There is support from... Okay. Let's say from 418, it's a pretty wide range that I'm setting, but 418 to 426. So first stop. Where did it go? Yeah, so this range right here is what you'd be looking at. So 420, 650 would be your first support, and then I would probably take that all the way down to, like I said, maybe even 420. Nice round number. Netflix pulling back here again. 380 and a half, so very close to the 380 mark, but not quite getting down there. Hopefully we just keep on finding the support right over 380. Kind of build a cup and handle here, but we'll see. For swing or day trading, so the Netflix one is a swing. Jeez, man. Amazon is just not having it at all today. Google's looking pretty similar. Apple ended up getting rejected just below the 173.50 mark. So maybe we could take some puts for a day trade on that. Right now trading at 173 with a stop at 173.50. It's pretty decent size stop. I don't have any targets that I would aim for. This is the lowest that we've seen it on the hourly chart. So we'll just go with the 170 strike right now with a 40-ish delta. And just aim for maybe 172. 2 times our stop. Place that limit order a little bit too late. It's trading at 95, 96. Yeah, no entry here. I'll place a limit order to buy at 95. Actually, maybe a little bit lower than that. Maybe 92. No, that's too high. 94 seems right. This is a day trade I'm making. I still have a swing trade on Netflix, though. So a combination of both. Alright, these are already trading at 101. Doesn't look like we're likely to get a fill on it. So we'll take that order out. It's already dropped about 40 cents from the entry. we're still seeing a few names doing well. Nvidia, Tesla, and Netflix are still kind of hanging in there. So right now the stop for Tesla would be about $1.25 lower, or $1 lower. You'd probably want the same strike price that we had earlier, maybe a little bit higher to lower your delta. It's a 50 delta. It's pretty high. And 250 has a 45, which is still pretty high, I would say. Let's see what they're trading for. They're trading for, wait a minute, this is for October 13th. No wonder the difference in delta isn't that much. Okay. So yeah, if we go back to that 247.5, it has a 40 delta. It's trading about 75 cents off the stop, so that would be 75 of 40 would be 30-cent stop. Now a little bit closer at 244. Trading at 390. So like a 20-cent stop at this point. Okay. We placed that just a second too late. 395. And again, it was a 20-cent stop from 390. We'll set it at 365. Actually, a little bit lower. 360. For SPY, I'm looking at a support at about 246. Right now it's at 247. But right now, markets are definitely coming down. So you'd be going against trend. So size accordingly. I think my take profit for this will probably be, I'd like to see it over 246, but I don't know if we can actually get it way up there. We'll see. But yeah, that's probably the last trade I'll make today. It's 10:20, so markets are going to start slowing down. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow at 9:30. See you, everybody.